Once upon a time, two little squirrels lived with their parents on a coconut tree. There were many mango trees around this coconut tree. The squirrels would jump from one tree to another and have fun. These little squirrels were lovingly called Bushy and Shiny by their parents. Bushy had a bushy tail. That is why she was called Bushy. In fact, she used to be very proud of her bushy tail. Shiny had well-polished and silky fur, and that is why she was called Shiny. Bushy and Shiny were twins. As they grew in age and size, they became more and more naughty. Often they picked quarrels with one another. They would go to far distant places to play and did not return home on time. There were times when their parents had to go in search of them. Whenever they were corrected for their mistakes, they would say, "Mom, Dad, you have no love for us. That is why you are scolding us." They never understood their parents were correcting them out of love. On one occasion, they came running from the playground and were breathless as they reached their nest. Mama Squirrel asked, "What's the matter?" Bushy said, "This morning we went to the nearby village to play, though you had told us not to go there. As we were playing, we saw a black cat and we began to run for our lives and have stopped only now. By God's grace, our lives are saved." Shiny screamed and said, "Mama, there is the black cat. It has followed us." The parents said to them, "Please remain on the tree. Do not go down to play. If you go down, the cat will make a good meal of you." The cat was under the tree, waiting to catch and eat them. For some time, Bushy and Shiny remained in their nest with their parents. But after a while, they went to the nearby mango tree to play. As they were playing, they suddenly began to quarrel and to push and pull one another. Seeing this, their parents went to solve the problem and to bring about peace. But they did not listen to them. Bushy said, "Why are you following us? We are big enough to solve our problems." Their parents were very sad and remained speechless at a distance and watched every movement of theirs as the black cat was under the tree. Bushy and Shiny continued their quarrel, pushing and pulling and jumping from one branch to another. Unfortunately, Bushy slipped and fell to the ground. She tried to run, but she could not, as her feet were badly hurt. She began to cry for help. Mama Squirrel ran down to help Bushy. Mama Squirrel ran down to help Bushy. The black cat too was running towards Bushy to catch her. As the black cat came near Bushy, Mama Squirrel picked her up in her mouth and ran for the dear life. But the black cat jumped and caught Bushy's tail. Just at that time, a mango fell on the black cat. It was Dada Squirrel who had plucked it and thrown it on the cat. who let Bushy go free. Fortunately, Bushy was saved by her parents, but unfortunately, she lost her beautiful tail, of which she was very proud. This frightening event changed the lives of Bushy and Shiny. After this, they always listened to their parents. They also realized how much their parents loved them. They shifted their nest to a new place, far away from the black cat. There, Bushy and Shiny lived happily with their parents. As the days went by, Bushy's tail began to grow gradually. They always remained close to their nest, under the watchful eyes of their loving and caring parents. So, the moral of the story is, respect your parents and listen to them. Disobedience brings disaster.